I'm building a box for a great grey owl that's going off to Portugal. I make most of the boxes for the south and west section, basically. It's an advertisement for the park, as these boxes go all over the world. So it's nice that they can see that we do take care. When I finish a box, I sign them all with Made in England by keeper Brian Taylor at the Cotswold Wildlife Park. I love it, just love doing it. I saw an advertisement when I left school in 1980, and local newsagents. I basically wanted to look for a job that was just going to sort of see me through the summer until I was due to go to technical college in September. So I basically started doing like maintenance work, because the tiger cage that had just been built then needed cooping in, which was a big job. And then shortly into that, I was called into the curator's office because one of the keepers was leaving, and he asked me if I was interested in doing a 6 months keeper training. And so he said to me, well, try it, see what you think. If you like it, stay, and if you don't, then obviously go back to college. And I've been here 27 years now, so I obviously liked it. When I first came here, obviously I was a typical teenager. I mean, I used to shy away from the public when I first started here, because I was like nervous, and you know, I was quite a shy person. Sort of just answering questions from the public. You know, it does build up your confidence. I mean, I don't do animal talks. I haven't got the confidence to do that. But I'll quite happily, if I'm working in an enclosure or something, people ask me questions, I can answer questions. These are a family group of Siamang gibbons. They come from Southeast Asia, and they're the most endangered gibbon species now, due to sort of forest destruction and, you know, just man, really. The two adults are 14 years old. They came here in December 2000 with a few problems. We had a few problems getting them to pair together. Didn't get on at all. This went on for months and months, and then eventually, just out of the blue one day, we put them together, and we just left them together overnight, and I came back during the evening to see if they were okay, and they were fine. And then since then, they've had four youngsters, one of which went to Kazakhstan on a breeding programme there. That was the firstborn, that was a male. And then we've got the two young females, Binjai, who's 4, Sabanga, who's 2, and then little Jambi, who's only 8 months old. A nice little family group now. I enjoy working with the primates. It just takes your mind off of any problems you've got. You know, I mean, they make you laugh. They do different things, and you can bond with them. You can hand feed them. It just, you know, it's just like coming into work is like a relief, really. With primates, they're so much like us. You get more out of working with primates than any other animal, I think. You know, I mean, they'll let you tickle them through the wire, you can hand feed them. You know, I mean, I stand in there and I talk to them sometimes. You know, I'm glad nobody's listening most of the time, but because obviously they can't answer back.
No trouble. You'll get closer to some things than with other things, you know. Primate keepers, elephant keepers, I think they probably form the strongest bonds with their animals because of the intelligence involved. I think where the mammals are concerned, they're the ones you get the strongest bonds with. Jess, come on, mate. That's a good boy. Jess is a male armour leopard. He's an old boy now. He's about 15.
Yes. Hey, come on, you silly old duffer.
And I used to look after him when I was down at a park in Somerset. He was down there, and then I came here, and then he came here as well. So we're kind of old friends in that respect.
And you come on. Good boy.
He's not a problem at all. He's a very laid-back leopard, compared to some I've worked with.
Excellent. Oh, he's gone too.
Come on then. Just feeding them some locusts now, just as a treat. They don't get them every day, like a couple of times a week, and they absolutely love them. Come on, Trouble. There you go. Ooh. The male's a very large animal, but the female is the most dominant. She always gets the best pickings. From like an early age, when they start leaving the mother and coming off and exploring, I try and encourage them to come over and let me hand feed them. And as you can see, like the trust they've got in me now is, you know, really good. It's just nice to have that sort of interaction with them, really. That's it, all gone. All gone. In the morning, it's a bit sort of time consuming because we have all the cleaning out to do as well. But then in the afternoon, I tend to spend more time watching them, you know, just watching their behaviour, whether there's any sort of aggression between them, which there has been between the female and the two youngsters just recently at feed times.
Record keeping is everything here, so that's drilled into everybody as soon as they come here, from junior keeper right up to the top. Every animal here has its own identification number on the record keeping system, which is an international record system that we use. It's called ISIS, and it's the International Species Inventory System, which covers about 800 zoos worldwide. We're linked into all of those zoos through this computer record system.
As you can see on this, every animal at the park is listed on here. It's also good as well if we send an animal to another zoo or if we have a new animal come in. Generally what happens is we get a full specimen report from that animal with all of the history, so we're aware of any issues with that animal.
Yeah.
You can trace an animal from birth to death. You know exactly where it's come from, you know what other animal it's related to, and that's really important. Obviously we need to avoid inbreeding, hybridisation. We don't want to over-represent in any particular species or any particular bloodline of a species. The park band. Well, I've been in bands for a long time, since school. And I was in the shop one day just talking about music for some reason, and the retail manager, Kevin, told me that he used to play bass. That was it, basically. We started messing around. We used the shop for rehearsing in, and then one day got a gig in a local pub. 7 years later, we're still playing local pubs and clubs and all the parties at the park and anywhere that'll have us.
Whenever we play in pubs, normally, you know, the staff will come along and support us and heckle us and whatever else. You know, most people come from the park, even the park owner, Reggie Hayworth, he comes along whenever he can and he cheers us and he whistles in the background, but he's quite proud of the fact the park's got a band.
We're basically rock music, I'm afraid. I'm not afraid, I love it.
Because we actually did a 40th, we thought it was a 40th birthday party, and it turned out to be a 40th wedding anniversary. So I phoned the chap up and I said, I think there's been a mistake, you know, I think we're going to be too heavy. And he asked me what sort of music did we do? And I said, well, what about Ozzy Osbourne, Paranoid? And he said, oh, we love that sort of stuff. So We did it, but needless to say, we didn't really go down that well. You could tell just by the response we got from the guests that they just sort of sat there looking at us, probably thinking, oh my God, you know, what a racket. Binjai is the oldest of the 3 youngsters that we've got. And she, in a few weeks' time, is going to be going off to Portugal. Wish I was going with her, really. She's got to the age now where the parents are starting to not tolerate her being in there. They tend to sort of pick on her at feed times, especially. She's a bit sort of nervous of them. And it's just time, really. I mean, it's all part of an international breeding programme. I'm just in the process at the moment of building the crate that she's going to fly to Portugal in. And then once that's done, it's a case of arranging all the flights. I mean, I've been looking after Binjai for 4 years. You know, and you build up a relationship with them. And it's quite sad, really. I don't really want her to go, but it's all part of, you know, you can't keep hold of them. You have to get rid of them when they get to a certain age and let them, let someone else have her, and hopefully they'll end up breeding as well. So it's a good, you know, it's good, but like I say, we just miss them. It's like, really like getting rid of one of your own children, really. Well, today is our regular vet visit on a Wednesday, and because Binjai, our eldest Siamang youngster, is off to Portugal in a week or so, we have to sedate her and microchip her, so she's got her own identity number. You ready?
You ready?
Right.
Binjai. Hey, sweetie.
Right, Binjai. Well, with any vet treatment on any animal, when you have to sedate them, you know, especially when it's for the first time, because obviously Binjai's never been sedated before, so you sort of worry about how they're going to react to the drugs, etc. Binjai.
Have you got a banana or something?
I can get some. She might. Binjai, come here. Binjai. It's, you know, it's been done before. Our young male that went to Kazakhstan last year went through the same procedure, and he was fine. I can keep her over here if that's any good. All right, Binjai. Ooh, just not like that very much.
Okay, that's good. Okay, yeah, good. That's good enough. Yeah. Okay, that was quite good. The dart's discharged, and it was in her for quite a long time. So now we leave her for about 10 minutes.
Sweetie. Bench.
I thought it was Binjai.
Okay, she's fine. If we get her done.
Should we get her out here? Like a ventriloquist puppet, isn't it?
She is, yeah.
I'll take her off me because I can't lean forward. Oh, big sleepy. This is the first time she's been knocked out for anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want it just in the shoulder blades here?
Yeah.
Okay, you got her?
Yep.
Where should we put her? Over in the
Like corner, I think.
this corner? Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Ooh.
How long will that take now for her to come round, do you think?
5-10 minutes.
Hey Roger, how you doing? Can we talk Siamangs then, if that's all right? So what are the times and dates of possible flights? 13:35 and arrival time? 16:15. That's quite good, yeah. Well, I've already emailed Lisbon Zoo, and they're happy with either day. No, she's a bit of a strapping girl though. Bless her. Excellent. All right, well, I'll get back in touch tomorrow morning and we'll confirm everything and we can probably book the flight then.
Steady.
Thanks a lot, Roger. You're a star. Cheers then. Bye-bye. Bye.
No, Binjai.
Hey, baby girl. You recovered from your sleep?
Hey, sweetie.
You shouldn't come near us now.
Alright, darling. Hey. That's a good girl.
Come on then.
Have some grub.
There you go.
Good girl.
Okay.
That's a good girl. She must be hungry, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, Binjay. There you go. Good girl. Another one.
That's a good girl.
Don't hold a grudge, do they?
She would if you stuck a blowpipe through this door now.
Bless her.
Keepers can get very attached to animals. I've had people come to me before now asking me not to move an animal on that's been recommended. Obviously we don't stop movements because of that, but some keepers get very attached. Yeah, it's inevitable with some people that they will. I've experienced that myself with penguins that I hand-reared, looked after, took through their whole lives basically. You can't help but get attached to animals that respond to you. They don't all, but some animals will respond, whether you want them to or not.
It's nice to take the animals you care for. It's nice when you can take them to the airport yourself, sort of see them off, you know. Well, I'm hoping that she'll get together with a young male friend and produce some little Binjays. And you can't explain to an animal that, you know, oh, today you're going to go off to the airport and you're going to go to a nice zoo somewhere else and be paired up with a nice young male. You know, they don't understand anything. So this is all, I mean, what she's thinking, I don't know.
Hello there. You alright?
Yeah.
I'll see you again. I'm just going to check on her, make sure she's alright.
She's biting the box on the inside. I'm going to put some food in there and...
There's the airline labels there if you'd like to put them on there.
Where do I stick those? Anywhere on there?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Binjay. Binjay. Hey. Hey. Binjay.
I just found her food. Just found some food, that'll keep her busy.
She's making noises.
Yeah, she's not happy.
Not happy.
She's just distressed, really. It's the same sort of call that she makes, or that she made when she was separated from her parents. You could hear her doing that all day, sort of when she could see her parents through the wire. Just gets a bit distressed, that's all. All right, Binjay. All right, sweetheart.
Come on, sweetheart.
There we go. It's not that heavy.
No, it's not.
Hi Lou, it's Brian. Hi, yeah, it's all done. She's gone through the X-ray machine and everything, and they've put her in a quiet room now, and I've put some food and water in with her, and that's it. So everything's okay, everything's fine. So we'll start on our way back in a minute. Okay. All right. Speak to you soon. Bye.
For those of you who don't know who we are, well, you know who we are because we work here, but we're a band called Jinxed. And also, I've got another announcement to make. Lisa, I just want to announce to everybody that a couple of weeks ago, I proposed to Lisa, and she said no. And I'm really happy. And obviously you'll all be invited to the wedding reception. Right, but then without any further ado then, we're going to get on, start the first set.
This is one for the convicts here tonight.
Yeah, this is for the convicts.